The Great Resignation, Insights from TPC Leadership. What is it? What's driving it? What's being done? What's not changing? What's the mindset change? And what's the role of leadership?
So let me share with you one thing that amazed us, because we asked a bit about the Great Resignation, and actually their answer was more connected to a great reset. What does that mean? Actually, it means that people aren't just leaving because they don't want to work anymore. They're leaving because they don't want to work in that company or in that type of job or with that type of requirements and, let's say, mix of personal and professional life anymore. They're actually looking for something else, for a different meaning with their life. If I were to share with you what we're seeing, what we're observing, it's a bit of shift, and it's on three dimensions. First, it's a shift in the work environment that people are looking for. So if before it was quite attractive to look for a big corporation, right, with high standards, high professionalism, the place where you learn a lot, you grow a lot, you make a big career, a place that is very demanding, and that's also a bit of a heroic side to it, right, to your job, to your achievements. It appears that in the past years, that has become less attractive, and people tend to leave that sort of place for smaller companies, for newer companies, which are more agile, leaner, smaller decision-making chains, where things just happen, where they and their team just get things done. The other shift is in the job people are looking for. Again, if before a big job, management job was interesting, a job with various interaction, client exposure. Now we're seeing that many people are leaving these types of jobs, and they just say, for example, I'm leaving, this team leader job, and I'm just going back to being a software developer because it's my vocation, it's my passion. I'm getting satisfaction from there, and it just makes more sense, right? And this connects to the other shift, which is a shift in meaning, which says that people are looking more and more for companies that have a relationship with their clients, with their employee, with their product, which is more meaningful, which is perceived as more authentic, right? And also they're looking for having a life which is outside the company, more time, energy for that, but also inside the company, enjoying the workplace, right? Being more connected. But I think the first thing to do is, operate with the truth, right? Acknowledge the new existing reality, because we're seeing that so many companies are just maintaining the same structures, decision-making lines, personnel policies that they've always had or they've had for the past 5 or 10 years. While out there, things have been changing. Wake up a bit to this hybrid work and see what you can provide to people, because now you don't have only competitors from your town or from your region. You have competitors for your people from everywhere. I would say that's why in certain situations, the agile systems work better. I'm not saying they're the answer to the current situation, but many practices that are used in the agile frame of work respond better because they talk more to the client. They're focused on smaller teams. So they break up those lengthy and tiresome structures and allow people to get things done in a more satisfactory manner for them. And another important thing to do would be to just help people, assist them in developing some skills that are better adjusted to the current situation, skills that existed even before, but maybe just like nice to have. And now I think they're becoming quite mandatory. Skills such as big picture vision, right? Seeing more than your piece, so that you have a better understanding, better tools to deal with it, so you still enjoy your leadership role and you don't say, I'm just going to go back to being an expert because it's more predictable and easier. Cognitive complexity, maybe handling a bit more this complex environment, this unpredictability we're seeing. Skills like emotional intelligence, knowing better how to manage relationships, how to have meaningful, in-depth conversations with your people, especially in this remote working environment online, which is poorer in terms of interaction and of connection. Skills like, with a bit of sense of humor, letting it go, right? Being accustomed to the change, really being accustomed to it, not getting hung up to yesterday's solution. Those are skills that people need to be assisted in learning. And this is valid for, especially for management levels, but also for team members. Because it is a new reality. And frankly, I doubt that going back to the old normal would be possible. I'm not even sure it's desirable.